And now we're coming to the Tarkov incident, or the Tarkov thing that everybody's talking about. And you got to know about this, because this is really important. Even for Star Citizen, it's really important for gaming. Now, a few things that you should know about Tarkov before we start watching this video is, first of all, if it matters, I played Tarkov, didn't really like it. I have an account. I thought maybe I would like install it again, and then I saw this, and I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But gameplay, like the gunplay in Tarkov, is fucking amazing. Like, hands down, the best gunplay in any game ever. It is a bit too tedious because outside the game, when you're not like FPSing, you need to like reload your magazines bullet by bullet, basically, and it's a pain in the ass. You do it in a like a inventory system in a menu, but other than that, it's a really cool game. But the issue is with the developers of Tarkov is that they didn't really do that much in a while. I mean, they're doing something, but there were some mods for Tarkov. A couple of them. A single player mod with just the scavs or whatever they called, I forgot, the NPCs. And then you have some other kinds of mods for like testing out the game, for like doing other shit. Yeah, in terms of weapon handling. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like weapons handling in Tarkov is like the best one that they had in a game. So those mods, when they got released, people made videos on them, and they got taken down by the developers of Tarkov. Because like they don't want anyone to post anything. Now this guy is pretty big, but the video is fucking huge. 1.6 million views in 8 days. Because this thing that he's gonna show here is really important to any gaming community. And yeah, like, let's start the video.
Some people claim that there's a cheater in every single lobby, and others declare they've never been killed by a cheater. The truth is most likely somewhere in the middle. But how can you know? If the game developer knew, they'd ban them. And if a game doesn't have a replay system, which Escape from Tarkov does not have, how does a player know how bad it is? So I came up with a plan to answer this question.
So yeah, in Tarkov is like super realism. If you get hit, you're hit. If you get killed, it's just black screen and that's it. You're dead. You're not gonna see who killed you, where from, etc.
Once and for all. The plan. Number 1, we will find a cheater. This should not be difficult. This is Escape from Tarkov we're talking about here. Number 2, we will spectate said cheater, and we will observe their gameplay using their ESP. Number 3,
we will find the cheater overlord and we will destroy them.
Whoa, easy, Tiger. Got a little overzealous there. Number 3, we will figure out how many cheaters there are in every Tarkov raid using the cheater's ESP knowledge. Let's go do it. Before we get into the footage, I want to throw this disclaimer in here. And I'm not being
Now, cheats have just like became a thing in Star Citizen, and a couple of content creators have like shun a light I don't know, a light on the like whole cheating ring and everything that's happening. So you need to expect more and more things like that happening in the future, and even right now. In Star Citizen or in any game.
Hyperbolic when I say that if you watch this video, it will change the way you look at first-person shooters, especially games like Escape from Tarkov, forever. If you enjoy playing Escape from Tarkov and you're having a great time, keep playing the game, and it may not be a bad idea just to not watch this video. But if you're frustrated with the cheating situation and you want to know how bad it is, this is the video for you. The game developers are most likely going to copyright strike and try to take down this video. If that occurs, I have a video ready to go. It doesn't contain any game footage, and I will...
This is what I was talking about. They would just like take down all the videos that were talking about Tarkov in a bad light. And that was like a huge issue up until a couple of years ago, I guess. because people were making mods for something that Tarkov devs should like supported from the very start.
Put it up immediately. And if this video is still up on YouTube, you can try to make a copy of it and download it. I'm not going to go into details there. I'm sure you know how to use Google. Now back to the video. Step 1, we need to find a cheater. This was not hard. Just look at these metrics. There are over 1,000 people online right now in this Discord, and you don't even need to be in the Discord to get the cheats. They have sales, and check out this. In early February, they had 4,000 concurrent users connecting to the servers at one time. And this is just one cheat developer of many. And while there are plenty of cheaters in these Discords, I need to find...
in Star Citizen, we currently have hundreds, but yeah.
Someone that...
Like Overwatch, Jesus Christ. Overwatch is not as bad as it was before, but... also, cheats are getting better and better now. Like, it's really hard to detect them. It's not headshots all the time, like it was back, like, I don't know, 4 years ago. So
that I actually trust. Do you remember Evoker? He was the cheater I interviewed and shadowed in my video, Messy Truth About Hacking in Video Games. He has some pretty fancy cheats that would be very useful to collect the information I needed. And even though I vowed to keep him anonymous, he knew that the cheat devs could figure out if he was the one who leaked the footage. Evoker was more worried about getting caught by the cheat developer than the game developer. Let that sink in. The cheat developer.
Because the cheat developer is making money off of cheats in a really shitty way.
Or more careful and restrictive with their software than the game developer. Evoker was out. So I took matters into my own hands and installed some cheats. And 5 minutes later, I was a real hacker. Okay, that was easy.
Right.
But before we go on this cheater catching rampage, we need to set some ground rules. Number 1, fresh account. I'm not playing on my main account. Number 2, no killing PMCs, even if I think they're cheating.
PMCs are player-made characters, right? Something like that. Those are players.
Number 3, no transferring of loot, no boosting, and no playing with anyone else. And number 4, after a few days of testing, reset the account. So this is the start of a normal match in Escape from Tarkov.
So basically, he just wants to be an observer.
It's a night raid, so it's harder to spot players, unless you flip on ESP. You can see the player's level, kill-to-death ratio, their distance, what gun they have out.
And you know what? Some of these cheats, like for certain games, are undetectable when it comes to recording. Like OBS cannot record them for some reason. So you need to like set up your screen recording, screen grabbing, or whatever. And sometimes that is not even going to work. And the reason why I know that is because some streamers in Overwatch, they weren't really big, but they were streamers in Overwatch, got banned and got caught that they were like cheating and hacking, like wall hacking and all of that. But you couldn't see that on their streams.
Ammo they have, their hitbox, their skeleton, everything with this cheat. And this isn't even a really good one. In addition to that, you have radar down in the bottom right-hand corner. It shows everything, including the AI bots. This is going to be really nice when we're seeing if another player is tracking us through walls, because you can see what direction they're looking with the little arrows. I witnessed a player...
So for you guys that do not know how this, how Tarkov looks and plays, you cannot see them. You cannot see their stats. You cannot see anything. They're like, the only way that you can track them through walls is by hearing them. There is no minimap. There is nothing. So you just have your gun. Honestly, I don't remember if this was a thing when I played. As far as I know, like if you get wounded, you would need to like go into your whatever, like healing. I'm gonna call it menu. It was. You can turn it on. Okay, my bad. So like the rest was not like you cannot see anything. It's like hardcore mode.
With a high KD, drop someone on the way in. I plan to creep up and just see what he does. And while I creep up, this other player surprises me. Yes, even with ESP and radar, you can still get surprised. I follow my rule and let the PMC kill me. I can't tell you how many raids this happened in. Was the guy cheating? I have no evidence whatsoever. As far as I can tell, this was just a normal raid. In this next raid, I decided to investigate this big team fight that was going down. A few players had already died. That's what that white default inventory text is. I gave them several opportunities to get spooked. I even jumped up in this tree to really test them. and nothing. A player scav rolled up and I decided to have a little fun. And yeah, I'm using a voice changer. On the first day of testing, I actually thought I was going to come back to Tarkov, and I didn't want to get recognized in game. More on that later.
Don't shoot, okay? We cool? Come over to the tree,
Yeah, I see you. I see you.
Yeah, there's two.
Okay.
It's painfully clear that these two Chads are legit. How refreshing.
Whoa, don't shoot!
We have a fun little interaction and we go our separate ways.
I saw you looting. You guys were standing still. I could have popped you in the head. I made a pact not to kill PMCs. I'm kind of doing a quest.
Okay. So you guys don't want to loot crack house, right? You guys can just pass through. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna go through the big wall. Hey, no, don't flank me. Just leave me alone. Ah!
A player scav? Why are you teaming up with a player scav?
Listen, man, I'm not telling you what to do with your life.
I thought maybe things aren't that bad. However, I didn't really have a solid plan to determine if someone was cheating or not. How can you know? I load into a night raid and I look around the map and I decide to check out this low-level, high KD player. I roll up, glance down at the radar, and he locks onto my position. He lies down. Is this my first cheater? Did I find one? No, he's literally just AFK. Raid after raid, nothing. It honestly was pretty boring. But then I discovered a secret weapon, the wiggle. And the wiggle was all I needed. I can't believe it. Two legit players showed up and I watched the cheater destroy them.
Like, yeah. They wiggle at each other through the walls. The sounds in this game are amazing.
And he was stuck in a healing animation.
I'm like spazzing out right now.
Oh, like, can you use your gun?
Even cheaters can get Tarkoved.
No.
Oh!
Another player rolled up, and I died to him. And if you question if that wiggle was completely random, he sent me a message in game after the fact. Cheaters change their names all the time. The next day, he had already changed his. What's so brilliant about the wiggle is that it shows the other hacker that I cheat. If they respond to it by wiggling back, it confirms that they have ESP. And that's what I wanted. I wanted them to show their hand. In the hacking community, a wiggle is a form of a truce, a peace offering. Armed with this new information,
it's not in the hacking community, but the gaming community. But the fact that he can see you through the walls, him making a truce with you is just like fucking mind-boggling.
Went back into raid to track down another cheater. The ESP tells you who is on a team, and here we have Team 1 and Team 2. And I figured I could find out if the winner was legit or not. Team 1 gets third party, but handles the threat quickly.
Under the table handshake. Yep.
The Team 2 guys, look how much they backed off. They're not even fighting over their friends' bodies anymore. They're just back here sitting in the gas station. What are they doing?
It's so bizarre. You see that happen. You've seen it happen a few times, right?
That's why for the channel, Kel you're hearing. She plays Tarkov as well. We speculated it was possible that both teams might have someone who's not legit. When the ESP turns red, it means there is a direct line of sight to the target. I tested Team 1 several times, and
this guy's not watching his ESP if he is hacking.
I was pretty confident they're not cheating. I needed to stay close to keep the pressure on.
They can't jump this wall right here and kill me if they...
I was going to say, you get so close up in this stuff.
Team 2 loses another player in the fight, and the last man
hackers are teaming up against
which was a wise
players.
move.
Yeah,
the dust
that's
settles,
the issue.
And I try the wiggle.
And you know what? That's also happening in Star Citizen. And in every other game. And this is basically the proof.
Oh, he's wiggling. Look. See that?
Yep.
Does that mean the whole
He took out his red rebel.
Does that mean the whole team is cheating if he's doing that?
Let's see what happens when I
He took out the knife like I'm friendly.
I come over.
This guy takes a few pop shots at me, and I let the cheaters take care of him.
That scav up there lit me up.
Do your voice changer.
Oh, that's scav?
And currently we have no idea if in Star Citizen you have like FPS, like wall hacks and all that. Maybe you do.
Yeah, dude. up on the hill.
Imagine Jumptown with this.
Unless what you shot at me. I don't think you did.
No, we were shooting at that scav up there, if that's him.
Wait, he shot me through the barbed wire.
Just a better player, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be careful. You need anything?
Nah, man, I'm good. That was...
He's just a better player, you know? He says sarcastically. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, everybody there knows that they're cheating, and they, like, just shat on an honest player, and they're like...
Very difficult to figure out that those guys were hacked.
Yeah.
He took out his red rebel the second I took out my knife.
Yep. That whole team.
100% cheating.
That whole team.
Sometimes I would just antagonize a cheater with the wiggle.
He just has a good gaming chair. That's why he like saw him through the wall.
To get them to rage hack on me. And it works.
This guy is not buying it. Yeah, it could be also the RGB.
This guy's getting so annoyed.
They're not cheating, they just have a good gaming chair and a lot of RGB. Yeah.
He's trying to avoid me, but you're only level 11. I can keep up with you, buddy.
Hello there, sir. Hello there, sir. Whoa.
Honestly, at that point, like, why would you even play this game? Like, from a perspective of an honest person that doesn't want to cheat, there's no fucking reason to play it. But even from the perspective of a cheater, why would you play it when you, like, this is not a game anymore. This is just like you're shitting on other players, and that's it. And, like, there's no point in playing. Because the whole point in playing Tarkov is just like the grind. And finding stuff. Yeah, shooting people, but like equipping yourself to shoot better, like to have better equipment to again shoot people and find other better equipment. Cheaters sell in-game money. I'm not sure that I played I don't know, maybe in-game money was a thing when I played it. They make so much money selling rubles. Amazing, dude. Fucking amazing. Yeah, in Star Citizen, a lot of cheaters will sell alpha UC.
Alright.
Fucking amazing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey there, bro.
Shoots him through a tree.
I found it quite common that cheaters ran in groups. Their KDs are extremely high, in the top 1%. And after this guy gets this insane nade kill, I sneak up on their position. It should be noted that I am not overweight, and I make sure to silent crouch walk, not hitting bushes, etc. It makes no sense that he would lock onto my
Because that's
position.
also a thing in Tarkov, and that's what makes Tarkov amazing. Like, this whole experience without the cheats is amazing. And if you ever played it, the game itself, the FPS portion of it is amazing. I found it a bit too like tedious when it comes to the inventory management and the like loading your magazines up like with bullets one by one. But the game itself, fucking amazing. And there's so much depth to it. But then the main portion of the game gets broken by like these assholes.
He sidesteps left and right, and I track him to show them that I'm watching. He knows I have ESP, and he doesn't like it.
Nade, maybe.
Well, what are you gonna do? Show me your hand. His buddy's moving in to help him out. They assume I'm gonna just like aimbot him, I bet. He must have the Grenadier task or something because he's looking for nades to throw at me. And before I make any noise, they just start talking.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, I have a starting pistol out. I don't have any ammo. You got, whoa.
I set my sights on this very high KD player. He had just dropped somebody. I approach carefully. He notices I'm getting close, and look how precise his lock is on the radar.
Yeah, well, so is it worse that Tarkov is more hardcore than most FPS games? When compared to Overwatch, yeah, Overwatch is arcadey, but it's a competitive game. And you can argue that Tarkov is also a competitive game, right? You lose more, like your time. I mean, yeah, but you also lose SR and MMR in Overwatch, which are like the things, the points that you get. You don't even see them anymore in Overwatch 2, but you used to see them in Overwatch 1. Those are the points which like define where you sit in the ranking system. Like, are you bronze, silver, gold, etc.
Sometimes I'd run into a cheater on the way to another cheater. He snaps to me as I get close.
Yeah, but the point of Overwatch is for it to be a competitive game. Like, even if you're playing it casually, it is still a competitive game. And people are going to hate you for it if you're like if you go into Overwatch, you have quick play, and then you have competitive mode. Why would you go into competitive mode, Jesus Christ, if you're going to throw? Or if you're not going to like take it seriously?
He closes the door, and the wiggle. It surprises me every time. And once I developed the strategy and started investigating more people in every single raid, the cheaters were everywhere. The KD of 2 is good, but it's not that good.
And you know what? Seeing the map, because I played Tarkov, not that much, but I played it, and I played it with like a couple of friends. Like, we had like 6 people by the end when I stopped playing, and the 6th of us were just like raiding through the whole map. I never knew how many people there are on the server, and if you like take a look at the minimap, you can see that there's actually a lot of people, but you just don't hear them until you're really close to them.
This has got to be so annoying from their perspective. They don't want to react, but they have to. I keep pestering with the wiggle. They know I cheat. They know I have ESP now. If you're not familiar with how Escape from Tarkov works, you don't make sound when you silent crouch walk underweight like this. This is the most lawyer reaction a cheater can have. It's like he's saying, I know, but I'm not going to let it be known that I know. There's literally no reason for him to be standing over here looking at my exact angle. I hadn't made any noise. This weird standoff continued for a while.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
I try to leave and he sort of holds me up. I gotta give the guy credit though. He's being a lot more subtle than most people in this video. I was expecting to die right here, but maybe he's like me and he just has ESP and no aimbot.
Exactly, Zap.
I had no idea what this guy was gonna do next.
Whoa, bro. Hey, man. I'm backing off, bro. I have a knife. What's up?
And who are you fooling with the fake TTV name?
All right, cool. Listen, dude, I'm not trying to like fuck with you. I just was saying hi. Just doing the
What is
wiggle,
TTV? Is TTV the developers? I'm not sure.
If you're saying anything, I can't hear you. I just letting you know. Is your buddy cool?
The body's gonna kill him.
Whoa. We're cool. You want me to leave or hang out?
Leave, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
I'd been pestering this guy for about 3 minutes, slowly creeping up. And I finally pushed him to his limit. And don't forget my
Twitch
radar.
TV.
Just look at how locked on he is.
That's how much I know about Twitch. Get them streaming on Twitch
okay,
right now.
I'd already gotten these guys to wiggle, but I wasn't recording. You gotta give me a break though, man. I've had a bad cold. I cannot believe I wasn't recording.
In my defense, that was my second thought.
I'm usually good about it, but I went to go get a drink while I was loading in, and I usually hit the recording.
Messed up your flow.
Hey guys, what's up?
Fighting or are we friendly?
Oh, dude, I'm friendly. I'm friendly. You gotta respect the wiggle, dude. Hell yeah, man.
Asshole.
What you got going on, man? Why are you just hanging out with a knife?
And I wonder how they know I have my knife out.
How are they missing this much?
Because they're
Because
not
they're
good at
shit.
the game. That's why they have the download cheats.
Because they're bad at the game, dude.
That was not appreciated.
Yeah, just come around to the garage.
I feel like you're gonna kill me.
You're not in a position to negotiate, my man. Sounds like you're not doing so
Alright, I
good.
guess I'll come.
And this doesn't break the rule, but this is the closest thing I did to killing a player.
Sounds like you don't have much time, brother.
No, I don't.
You better hurry.
Scab though, so I bet you feel really good.
No, come over here and I'll give you heals, but you're the one that's not coming over here. I'm not even the one that shot at you.
I'm on my way.
I felt bad for this guy, but I needed to stay under cover.
You gotta get in here, brother.
Oh my god, his health is... he's not gonna make it.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. He's gonna die before.
What's his health at?
4, 3. Get over here, get over here. Come. Get the cover,
Yeah,
get the
he's
cover.
dead.
Alright, I'm gonna drop it on the ground for you. See that? I was watching his health tick down and I was like, he's not gonna make it. This is gonna be so funny.
That's funny shit.
See, I've earned these guys' trust, you know?
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't gonna kill this scav, and he could have just popped me right there.
Most hackers won't wiggle back, but it doesn't matter. The wiggle still works. They know I have ESP.
Yep.
Don't forget to check the radar in the bottom right during this interaction.
DTV guys mostly cheat even while streaming. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Some of these cheats are really hard to record
Even though I have my knife out, he's worried about
on your
me.
screen.
He's tracking me this whole way around. When you're playing against normal players, they don't ever look at you like this on the radar. Up until this point, you could argue some of this could just be chance. Maybe he thought he saw something at my location and he's watching like a hawk. But it's starting to become very obvious. And I want to seal the deal in this interaction. Are you back, Travis? This guy's 100% cheating. He won't wiggle at me, but he's doing everything. Just basically tracked me in a big circle. Like he's turning back looking directly at me. Look at this. That's my friend Travis. He was watching me record some of these raids live. He's been in several of my shorts. I'm gonna get him to rage on me. Just pop me in the head like he's gonna pop me in the head the second I show anything. You ready?
Through the bushes. Through the bushes.
Back in slow motion. He shot me through the bush without an actual sight line.
Yep.
The server had a bit of lag and placed the death behind solid cover. In this raid, I was tracking down a rager, and en route to his position, he was dead. It turns out he got killed by a different hacker.
At least not through the wall. Yeah, it's not Star Citizen.
A legit player rolls through, and the cheater is holding an angle. Geez, I wonder who's going to win this fight. He gets the kill, of course. Let's see if he'll respond to the wiggle. Looks my way. And wiggle confirmation.
By the music.
Peace, peace. I was just saying peace. Nice kill. I don't know why I told him nice kill. You got that guy with like that guy earlier. What was his KD? Oh shit. I'm always trying to get them to verbally confirm that they're cheating.
Huh?
What was that other guy's? That guy was raging, the other guy, right?
It was like 15, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. Mine's high too, but I gotta lower it.
Yeah. It's all good either way.
So he's saying that he needs to lower his KD because he's gonna get found out. That's the same thing that happens again in Overwatch. People like they're cheating, they're aimbotting, or wall hacking, or both, and then they walk out of spawn and they just shoot the place up, just shoot wherever, so you can so they can like lower their like aim percentage or accuracy percentage. It's fucking amazing.
So is it cherry on top when you get the verbal?
You're gonna start wiggling in Star Citizen just in case. I mean, to who? Like you're not gonna see the guy. You're just gonna be wiggling like crazy, like a crazy person.
Confirmation of cheating. He admitted
exactly.
To
How
KD
would you know that they will
killed.
wiggle back?
There's a single bot follower scav still alive. That means a rare boss spawned on the map, and there's only one guard left. You ever wonder why it's so hard to get boss kills sometimes? The cheaters will get to them first, and they don't want you near it. Oh, this guy's raging. Jesus Christ, that guy was raging. Watching the radar really seals the deal on this clip. Check this out.
There's a tree between us. This kind of works out.
Oh. You can't argue with the wiggle. It's the closest thing to 100% confirmation, and I got better at identifying the cheaters. I would sometimes find them in back-to-back raids. One night, I ran into cheaters 5 raids in a row. I would love to share some stats with you. In my 125 raids, I never ran into a fly hacker. I had 0 raids with the stinky leg invincibility hack. I never ran into anyone speed hacking. And it was actually quite rare that I got aimbot or rage hacked. There were obvious cheaters in about 60% of my raids. The best predictor that a cheater would be in your raid is one simple thing: the number of people in the lobby. If a lobby had more people or was near full, it is almost guaranteed that a cheater is in your raid. Sometimes players would just avoid me and I couldn't really test them. I only reached level 13, so it's not like I was able to outrun and catch up to anybody who really wanted to evade me. The time of day matters. At nighttime, I encountered more cheaters than early morning or midday. It's reasonable to assume that I missed many closet ESPers. I was only able to investigate a handful of people in every single raid. Often I would die to a PMC, or a sniper scav would give me away, or something would happen that would prevent me from investigating more people in the raid. So while I would try to get around and check out as many people as I could, it's just impossible. Even though I literally confirmed 60% of my raids had a cheater in them, the actual number has to be higher. There's a lot more that I'd like to cover in this video. All of the various discoveries I made about how cheaters act, some of the sussy interactions that I couldn't 100% validate as a cheater, including someone who was streaming live, and much more, such as the difficulty of getting past the stream proof feature of the ESP. Very difficult to actually record the footage. And what's the actual solution to the problem? And why is it so bad recently? And I'd love to do a follow-up answering all these questions, as well as responding to the comments and the feedback that I'm inevitably going to get. I'm going to end this video with an interview. I hope you enjoy. This is Luke. You may know him as the co-founder of Linus Media Group and the current CEO of Floatplane Media. And he's an avid Tarkov player.
Well, not Linus, but
most of these clips before the release of this
video.
Linus. There was this gasp of just, oh my God. This happened to me when I came across the first.
You guys know that Linus likes Star Citizen. Well, not really likes. He plays it and he just trolls in the game.
It happened to my buddy Travis when he was watching me play. He watched me live while I was recording. And it happened to Kelly when she was shadowing me. And it happened to you too. I heard it from you when you saw the wiggle. And tell me how that felt. What were you feeling in that moment?
It hurt, man. It hurt for like reasons that are almost hard to explain too, because like the wiggle specifically being the tool that they use to identify fellow jackasses is so frustrating, because the wiggle was something that the Tarkov community as a whole had used to capture this part of the game, which was not fighting.
They also made a video,
which was always so rare but beautiful in its own right, and now it's just tainted in this horrible way. And when you're watching it happen, you're seeing Adam stare at someone through walls with ESP, and you're just hoping the whole time. You know they're staring right at him. You know it's weird that they're staring right at him, but you're hoping. You're like, don't wiggle, right? Because you've heard that it's going to happen.
Play the sad music.
It does happen. I think just all your hope just dissolves, because when it's that prevalent, like, what do you do? I don't know. And
thank you, Rukumo.
Something must.
I can always count on you.
Common, if there's a culture that's been built around it. And when you're talking about how people say like, oh, thanks for respecting the wiggle, that
the wiggle is basically like shaking the gun, or it's basically like shaking the gun, or like wiggling in any other game, because like whenever you have the wiggle available, that's gonna be like a truce, or like I'm not aggressive. don't shoot me. But the fact that they're doing that like through walls is the issue.
Know without a shadow of a doubt that this is a thing that happens all the time. So that means that there are cheaters running into each other all the time, which means that they're extremely populous.
Yeah, and the idea that the cheaters would group up and team up together against the legit players as if it's a red versus blue, us versus them.
Now that we know that they're making money, so they can like in-game money, so they can sell it like outside the game, that like explains a lot. Honestly, I didn't know that. I thought that they were just being assholes. But Jesus Christ, dude.
And I almost felt like I was impersonating a cheater in role playing. I mean, I'm doing investigative journalism, right? I'm acting. I told this guy, "Nice kill," one time, and I like cringed inside. I was like, "Why did I say that?" But I was trying to come up with something to like connect with them, and it felt like nasty almost, but it worked. And these guys would kind of open up to you sometimes. The guy asked me to friend him afterwards. You know,
I have never once had someone ask me to friend them afterwards, and like it wouldn't be that hard to tell someone your gamer tag through voice. It just never happens. And then it seemed so common in your raids, so they're clearly teaming up. So not only is cheating enough, but they have to work together, which is I'm just getting mad even thinking about it.
It's just stoking the fire here, you know. Tarkov's a game unlike a lot of other games.
It's the same. Like when CAG notices that there's a lot of transactions in the game, like billions and millions being like fed left and right, they know that something is up, and then they need to find the issue. That happened in 3.17.1, I think, when we had the Invictus patch, and you could trade audio-visual equipment from Microtech or ArcCorp to Crusader and have like 250% of a profit margin. And you would make like 37 million per run. And in 2 days, I was thinking about making a video on that, but then again, I knew that CAG is going to know about it. Like, if I know about it, CAG is going to fucking know about it. So I didn't want to get attacked by the White Knights again. So I didn't make a video. But in 2 days, of course, I did it. And I did it for the people in my ex-org where we had a bunch of new guys and people that are new to the game. And I probably bought like maybe 5 ships. Even if it was 10 ships, dude, I have made like 3 billion in like 2 days. So I've sent most of my money, and most people did for free, of course, but some people probably sold that money. And that's a serious fucking issue, honestly.
And one of the things that's special about it is...
No, it was an exploit. It wasn't even an exploit. It was like a buggy thing. They made an Excel sheet and put in like the wrong numbers, and that was...
And to value your life in this game. I remember when the Modern Warfare playtest or the beta went live, the recent one, and I found myself, I had just finished a Tarkov session.
But yeah, why I started talking about it, they wiped just after that. Before that, the wipe was in 3.15, and again, the wipe happened, or 3.16, I'm not sure, but the wipe happened because of another exploit, but they said both times, they're wiping us because of other stuff. But in the end, for 3.17.1, they acknowledged that there was an issue with the exploit. But that was the first time that I heard them say something like that. All the other times, yeah, we're wiping because we need to wipe. The database needs to be wiped. The ships are, for example, they said that the ships are like duping, which is still an issue, even after 2 wipes. So wiping is not helping with that issue. The reason why they're wiping is because of the people selling Alpha UAC. And
I started playing it, and I ended up playing, some game mode, and I was just like, it was duplicating a refined cargo, and also it was
duplicating gems. There were like 2 exploits. And I don't know if you can still do that, but don't try it. You never heard it from me.
Whether I die or not. You know, I just don't care. Like, I want to win. It's fun getting kills and getting more points, but I just...
You don't even know how to do it.
Missing that
so I'm good.
sadness factor when you lose, and when you win, you don't feel like you won much. And Tarkov is not like that. And why do you think cheating is so much of a bigger deal in a game like Tarkov?
I played Eve for many years. It feels similar to Eve, where I think even more so in Tarkov, but with Eve and Tarkov, not only do you lose everything that you have when you die, but the things that you have are highly customized to how you like to play. Now, in Eve, you don't customize the individual components, you just customize what individual components are on the
Is this just going to be the interview?
And it's very easy to just rebuy all the stuff that you previously had using...
So this is why Kristen said that we shouldn't watch the second part.
I don't think it's actually called a blueprint. But
you want me to stop here and just watch the other video? The aftermath of
in
this
Tarkov,
video?
You can technically save a loadout for a firearm, but I think the amount of people that use that is not actually going to be that high. It's mostly streamers. So you have people that have taken a gun into a few different raids and maybe added some attachments to it along the way.
The aftermath? Okay.
Customizing it, changing colors on it to make it like look cooler or feel better in a variety of ways.
Not that his opinion does not matter, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that we all share the same opinion. So if you want to listen or rewatch the video or share it, there you go. If you want to listen to the rest of it, go ahead. But I think that we should watch the video, the aftermath of the cheating video, Escape from Tarkov. I started watching this one and I thought it was really important to look.
Welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today I'm talking about the aftermath of everything that's happened since the cheating video was released. I gave my thoughts on that a few days after, and everything that's happened from then up until now. There's been quite a few things. I'm not going to go into a really serious detail about everything. I'm going to give you more of a broader picture, and you guys can either let me know or you can follow the links if you want to do more in depth on certain topics. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so we pretty much left off after the response from BSG coming in on Reddit, where they said that they were, going to do more, blah, 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 blah. And it was pretty much the copy pasta from 3 years ago. So that was 6 days ago. It was almost a week ago that this was posted. So that was where we left off. And then from there, BSG have been very active and busy. So starting out straight after that, they posted this tweet, which is saying that they banned 4,000 cheaters, and that was straight after the over the weekend or at last weekend. The aftermath of this was actually quite severe. What ended up happening was a large amount of these cheaters were people that were banned from the manual reporting system that was ran by Trey24K, and one of those people
over
was
4,000 cheaters
named Deal Hero, who wasn't cheating, and the reason why we can be certain of that.
Wait, what?
Okay, and one of those people was a content creator named Deal Hero who wasn't cheating. And the reason why we can be certain of that is we can actually see both perspectives of the clips. One side was him running through the doorway, and he just like teleports in, snaps to the right, and then the guy falls over, and the guy's like, oh my God, cheater. They report it through the actual system, being the manual report system on the Discord, and then subsequently later he got banned during this ban wave. However, once he got banned, Deal Hero reached out to community managers and then posted, he asked how come he was banned. They said it was from a report with the video, and then he was able to say, hey, this is my perspective, and he literally just walks through the doorway and shoots the person. Now, ultimately, this was a major
okay, it's a skill issue
because,
and also it's like a bit of rubber banding, I think.
It showed that the manual reporting system had flaws and that potentially people were getting false reported and banned, and Trey24K pretty much just took the whole system down. He was doing it under the guidance of BSG. If they were not the ones that were meant to be making the final call on if someone got banned or not, the onus was on Battlestate Games. They were meant to be flagging any of the more serious things, like any obvious cheating clips, were meant to go out to Battlestate Games for further investigation, not just, oh, this is the list of names, ban. And because of that, Trey shut down the whole program. Now, obviously, Trey's Discord didn't report all 4,000 of these bans. Most or majority of them were from other methods through BattleEye, and therefore that was the next step. Then we move on to a few days later, and there was another ban wave that went through, which were another 700 cheaters. So I think this is like 3 or 4
you know
days.
what? From what I heard, because I didn't play Tarkov for a while, this was an issue for a while now. And this video that we just watched sparked this. And the developers actually started listening to the community and banning people, which is a good thing, but also, why did you wait that long?
Days after that, about 3 days after that. And so they've actually gone back to manually showing everyone who gets banned, and they come out in these forms with these spreadsheets. So, you know, there's a bloody lot of names.
Holy shit.
All right. So, you know, if you've reported someone, you could probably search it yourself, go to the Twitter and get an idea of if you know, were one of the people that got someone banned or not by reporting them. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to spend your days doing that. I can't be fucked. Then Reddit got very feisty, and Nikita was on there a lot. And he's been pretty much there every day asking questions and answering questions as well. And he did a Q&A on Reddit. Now, this Q&A is quite substantial. I'll put a link here, but there is a lot to go through here. It talks about all the things that people want changed in the game, all the issues that people have with the game, not just the cheating side of things. And there's been a lot of changes since. One of the ones that I saw that I thought was really cool was I thought it would be a good idea to emphasize one of the things that someone said, that it should just completely remove barter trades from the flea market that are player to player. So there's still obviously the barter trades for the traders. So if you know you have to trade, I don't know, what is it, gold chain for something like gazelles, gold chain and coffee for gazelles, that's still in the game. However, and via the trader. However, if you go to the flea market, you'll no longer be able to do it. I don't know if this is completely implemented yet. I haven't actually checked today, but it wasn't yesterday. But you are going to be able to select any barter trades for items. You'll only be able to do cash. What this means though is, one, people can't just trade items from the flea market. One of the ways that, you know, if you were to go to an RMT website and say, hey, I want to buy a black key card, you'd go to the website, you'd pay for it, and they'd say, okay, list an item and we'll buy it. So they'd go, I'll put up an LCD up on the flea market for a black key card. Bam, trade goes through. Person paid $4 on the website or whatever the fuck it was. And that's how it used to go through.
Okay.
Now, it is impossible to do that. So they would not be able to actually sell items directly to players, which means if someone wanted to buy a black key card from a website, the only actual way I can think of them being able to do it would be they would have to get carried through raids of labs until they found them in the actual raid of labs, which would take potentially 100 raids. So it's just no longer possible.
So this basically disincentivizes people from cheating. If that was like the main thing, like the main reason why they did that, like why cheaters cheated, this is a really good fix.
To do the RMT via the flea market.
But then again, if we're talking about Star Citizen, the MO trader is really important, so they're not going to take it out
at all. It removes that from the game, and that is primarily because of the inability to drop keys.
Not really
anymore. They removed that ability too. So really, the only thing you'd be able to sell on a website from an RMT perspective would probably be guns and ammo, and armor. That's pretty much it. All the keys and all the stuff that is probably the more harder items to get in the game is now not going to be available. The other side of it was a lot of people getting scammed on the flea market. So what someone would do is they'd put up 40 moonshine for a red key card, and people were like, oh, 40 moonshine, that's like 20 million. That's actually pretty decent, you know? Actually, it's probably more like 15 million. But anyway.
So you don't think that this is going to help? People still pay cheaters to carry them in rich maps like labs?
I would go to do the barter trade, but it was actually grouped as a bundle. And so the person would actually trade their red key card for one moonshine. And there was a lot of people that got like, or black key card, whatever key card it is, right? I can't remember what I said at the start. But there were people who were getting scammed left, right, and center from these kind of barter trades. And so the majority of scams were ran via doing methods like that. And then lastly, any quest key in the game.
Also, dude, it's March. Come on. It's March.
Was pretty much only ever sold for barter items. So it's like, hey, you want the KSM?
Although maybe every day is Christmas. Maybe I should look at my
quest done.
At the life from that perspective.
A tape key from Shoreline, and they would do this. Every key was like a tape key, a send tape key, and it was just ridiculous. Like, it's probably going to speed up a lot of the progress for people early wipe, because like a 114 key will probably just go up for 100k now or 200k at the start of a wipe. I do think Nikita will have to change around a few of the actual values of
Yeah, that's probably
just
true.
to make it so they can go up on the flea market for a little bit more expensive because they are valuable items. But overall, big win for the game, in my opinion. It should make it a lot better for everyone. Anyway, enough rambling about that. And then the next thing that happened I saw last night was it was on the Telegram of Escape from Tarkov, where they actually posted that they had banned a list of RMT sellers, and the list is pretty substantial. I don't actually have it up on the screen, but if you join the BSG Escape from Tarkov official Discord, Telegram, you can actually get to see that list.
Telegram.
It's quite a lot of names.
Okay.
But these are all RMT sellers apparently. So they're constantly trying to keep us updated that they're actually doing stuff to try and combat the cheaters. But it will be a process, a progress to get there. Next up, they published a tweet last night saying they were doing some changes, some more changes. Actually,
it's amazing. Like they realized that the game is gonna die because of that video, and this time they actually like try to fix it. That's amazing. I don't know if you like if Tarkov community should be pissed off at this because they knew about the state of the game prior to the video that we just watched, or should they like praise them because some companies wouldn't even like move a muscle because they don't care. Like Battlefield, are they actually like? I saw videos of Battlefield cheaters that was just like fucking spin around middle of the map and kill everyone around the map, and apparently that like some of them don't even get banned. So yeah,
down here, so they were gonna increase the colder spawns and all that stuff. The easier way to show is just on
that's every match occurrence. Amazing.
Twitter page, less flea rep required for more slots, and I've got that image right here. So you can now get more trading slots on the flea market earlier. So now at 7 rep, you'll have 3. At 30 rep, you'll have 4. 60 rep, 5. 100 rep, 6. And this is about where it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago before they made that change. And honestly, it's so much better because you can actually get to 7 rep pretty easily, and you should be able to get 3 trading slots, and then 4 will take a little bit longer. Blah 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 blah. But at the moment, I think, or before this change, it was a long time ago. Now, the other stuff that was changed as well is Letexcraft is back. It does require the book at the moment. I'm sure Nikita's going to change that to make it so you'll be able to do it without the book. And then Shooter Born Heaven is back to 100 meters. Colder spawns have been increased up to 10% spawn chance from 5. Rishala is now at 28% spawn chance instead of 24. All the scav bosses got increased to 24%. And the camera recoil is being reduced for all guns. So it makes you actually feel like you got less recoil when you're shooting. Which
what? One guy names himself 97 days without a ban, and every day changes the name with higher number. Fucking amazing.
Really, it's just the camera moving less, which is
brilliant.
Overall, it's been a lot of stuff going on over the last week. It's still a long way to go until the game is cheater free, and it's going to be probably years, if ever, before they actually get properly on top of it. But hopefully they'll keep working on
because in the end you will have cheaters that are going to cheat. They're not going to be. There's not going to be much incentive to cheat in Tarkov, but in the end you're always going to have cheaters that are cheating just to be assholes.
Of cheaters, less and less severe. If you are very frustrated with Tarkov, I feel like I'm a canceller these days more than anything. If you are very frustrated with Tarkov and you're over it and you're over the bullshit, go play something else. All right, seriously, come back 3, 6, 12 months. I tell people a lot to do this. I actually play a lot of games late wipe that aren't Tarkov. And even like this week, I played Tarkov for like 4 or 5 hours each day, and then went and played some Raft, with some mates. And I also played Sons of the Forest, which was a lot of fun too. Next week, I'm going to be actually doing a challenge for myself that I've always wanted to do since all the changes, and that is I'm going to try and get Kappa in 5 days. I used to be able to do it in about 3 days, but now with all the changes, made it a bit harder. And so what I'm doing is a 24 hours, 5 days straight, and I'm going to try and get the Kappa in 5 days. There's going to be a lot of cheesing stuff going on. It's like a speed run, ultimately.
All right.
And that will start on Monday. And I'm going to give away some computers next week for a bit of fun for you guys supporting me through it.
So yeah.
Because it's going to be a bit of pain and suffering.
Now, where is the response of CAG when it comes to cheaters in Star Citizen? I feel like there's a certain lack of a response. And it's been almost a month since the first video. Maybe even a month. Tumbleweed. Yeah. Yeah.